Alright guys, welcome back. Unless it's your first time here, I'm the Northwest Fisherman Chris, and today we're going to be cracking open the 6th 6 sack for March. Finally showed up. Shipping was kind of wild on this one. I think it originally shipped from 6 cents back on like the 15th of March, and I just got it today on the 2nd of April. So yeah, without further ado, let's crack into this thing and open it up. Alright, so of course we've got our nice sack here. I really do love these sacks. I use them for a lot of things, just for random things, even not fishing stuff. These sacks are great. So let's go ahead and start with some hard baits, feel something out here. Alright, first up is Crush. This is the Crush Flat 75X, 66mm bait. It's 5/8 of an ounce and it dives 2 to 5 feet. The color on this one is going to be Candy Crush Shad. And of course, throw that in there. Wow. Okay, hold on. Let me change the slide a little bit here. Alright, this might just be a hard one because it's just so bright and light and everything else. Anyway, so this is a 66mm long square bill. This is what I consider to be I'd consider this kind of a plus size square bill. It's got a wonderful, nice front lip here. Nice hardware on it. Of course, it's got those giant EWG style black nickel treble hooks that just about all 6 cents baits come with. The back here is a nice, it's like an aquamarine. I don't know how well it's going to show up on camera. And then we're going to fade right down in that scaling pattern, straight down to kind of a lime green on a pearl. The camera's not going to do this one justice, guys. Fading down from that pearl, we've got a nice red stripe here behind the gill plate, and then the belly of it is a super bright chartreuse with a burnt orange up towards the front. Being a flat-sided square bill, this is going to be fantastic for your pressured waters because it's going to have a nice tighter wobble. This color is going to be really, this color's really nice. I don't have anything this color, I don't think. And these massive hooks. These hooks are going to be fantastic. Let's give this guy a listen. It's got that nice in-between rattle. It's not too soft, it's not a single knock, but it's not just obnoxious, kind of like the Swank 77 is. This is going to be a fantastic bait. And the color, the camera's not going to do this justice at all, because I can just tell it's not. If you have a chance to get your hands on one of these or see it in person, it's worth it, because there's a lot of stuff going on with this paint job, the way they faded out the chartreuse and the pearl colors on it, that the camera's just not going to catch. This is a fantastic bait. I don't even really have a way to try to block any light so it doesn't just bleed out, because I know it's going to bleed it out. I can't wait to throw this, actually. I think this is a production color too, so there's a lot of other baits that you can get this color in. That'd be a great color for a Swank 77X. Alright, moving on to the next bait. Another square bill. This is the Mini 25X Crush. Crack this guy open here. 50 millimeters long, 1/4 of an ounce. This is what I would consider more of a finesse square bill. This dives 2 to 4 feet, but let's be realistic about that. This is probably 3 feet max for most people's setups. The color on this is Wild Lava Craw. And starting on the back, it's got a nice black back, fading down into a red that quickly fades into an orange that completes throughout the rest of the body. We've got these nice craw pattern in the gold there. Nice little EWG style treble hooks. Of course, it's the black nickel again. And these Crush square bills, I like these a lot, especially this time of the year, because we're all fishing dirt shallow because, well, we're basically in spawn time now. And this is a very solid choice. Very, very solid choice. These will pull through cover pretty well. Not super awesome in my experience, but they do a pretty good job of pulling through cover as far as square bills are concerned. It's pretty sweet. This is definitely one I'm going to throw very soon. Very, very soon. Alright, let's get on to our next hard bait. Let's see if I can feel it. What is this? What is this? Alright, let's just go with this one. Alright, so we got a Munch 40, 7/16 of an ounce. It's 2.5 inches long. Once again, we're following through with that crawfish pattern. This one is boiled crawfish. Oh, the Munch is a pretty sweet bait. So this isn't a square bill, first of all. So the Munch it's like a subsurface. I don't want to call it a wake bait because it's not a wake bait. It's a very shallow diving crankbait. But because of the design of its bill, how it's kind of squared off a little bit, you can bounce this thing off quite a bit of cover. This guy only dives to, I can't believe I threw the box already. I think it's like 1 to 3 feet. Yeah, it says 2 to 3 diving feet. This is another one, dirt shallow, spawn time. Great color for that. Looking at the back here, we've got black on the front, then a nice, like, I wouldn't say it's a dark red, but it's a darker red down the rest of the back. And then midway through the body, it fades into that brilliant orange that follows through across the belly. This one, unlike the previous one, it has black craw pattern, but it's highlighted with gold. Unlike the other one, that was just straight gold. So this is a little bit more of a realistic craw pattern. The swimming action on these is pretty wide and pretty erratic. I like these baits quite a bit. It's reminiscent of, it's essentially the same design as, I want to say, the Movement 70 and the Movement 80, just much smaller. Also finishing out the bait there are EWG style treble hooks and that black nickel. It's 2024, I really don't understand why all crankbaits, anything with a treble hook doesn't automatically come with EWG style trebles. If you have a bait that you love fishing a lot, throw some EWG style treble hooks on it, especially if you're in situations where you occasionally lose fish. You don't really lose fish with EWG style treble hooks. It's either a bad hook set, but once it's in, that hook is not coming out. It's bend. It's using mechanical leverage against the fish. The more the fish fights, or the more that you pull the fish around, it's not getting free of these hooks. Alright, see if that's our last. Yep, that is our last hard bait, except for this one. Oh, sweet. So we got the Provoke 97X. This is the all-new jerkbait that they just came out with not too long ago. I want to say February they came out with the 97X. Anyway, so this is just a downsized version of the Provoke 106, which you can just look at it and go, yeah, that's just to compete straight with the Vision 110 Junior, which it is. It's exactly that. That's exactly what this bait is, and there's no apologies about it. This guy claims 3 to 5 feet. It's 97 millimeters long, and it's ½ of an ounce. And the color on this one is Prophet Shad. I like that. I like that a lot. So we've got a nice kind of a root beer back here. A little bit of blue on the head there. Drifting down, we've got a brilliant chartreuse lateral line. Got our black spot, red gill plate, and we've got this spot of chartreuse right here underneath that front hook. Now, oddly enough, that these hooks on here are not EWG style treble hooks, which I might switch these out for the KVDs after the KVD triple grips after I weigh them and see how much they weigh. See if I can use the same formula that I use for the Vision 110 hook upgrades. This is going to be a great bait. Let's give her a listen. Yeah, that's that provoke sound. That's super exciting. I haven't even seen these in stores, so this makes me super happy to get my hands on this. Even if this package did take a little bit too long to get here. This can be so good. So, downsizing your jerkbaits, I found in a lot of situations, say you know you're in good jerkbait weather, and you're throwing a full-size jerkbait, you know, your 110 size, your 106 size, your 4.5 size, your standard jerkbait size. Like I probably, yeah, here we go. Full-size jerkbait. It's pretty much a standard size. A lot of times when you downsize that bait to something slightly smaller, that becomes the ticket to get those wary fish to strike. Because, I don't know, can't really tell you why, but nice 100 series jerkbaits, I have a lot of very good luck on it. And keep the colors on them pretty simple. And I found the more simple the pattern is on the bait, the 100 series work better. Now you can go crazy colors, whatever you want on the full-size ones and smash fish, but I have better luck with simple colors on the downsize guys. So I'm super excited to have this, and I cannot wait to throw this because we are not quite to spawn yet. We're very, very close. Like, it was 70 yesterday, 70-ish, high 60s. It was 70-ish, wanting to be 70 all day today, but the fish just have not moved up quite yet. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be throwing this probably, yeah, tomorrow. I'm going to throw it tomorrow. Alright, let's see what else we got. Oh, well, there's your spoiler. So we got a jugular hybrid hooks, the 3-aught guys. We got 5 of them. No sample pack type of deal here. Let's go ahead and open these up because I'm going to probably need these later for whatever soft plastic we got. Oh, these aren't EWGs. These are the jugular hybrid worm hooks. So that's going to be super exciting. And we also got the Axis hybrid jig in a 1/2 ounce black and blue with a 5-aught hook. This is black and blue is, I found it up here in the Northwest to just kind of be the ticket in most places. 99% of every body of water you can throw black and blue. Fish don't care. They absolutely annihilate it. So these axle swinging jigs, okay, what makes these really cool is because these have the screw lock right here in the back where you just screw your bait down to it instead of sliding it up like a regular jig. And then you can go true full weedless right there. And with this being a hybrid jig, it's not a swim jig, it's not a football head. This is kind of a doesn't do anything perfectly, but does everything fairly well style of jig head. As you can see, it's not quite set up for swimming. You can use it swimming, no problem. But it's not, but it's still got that nice width there, so you don't just get auto trapped in the rocks like you do using swim jigs on bottoms. So that's exciting. This worm hook's exciting. It really makes me wonder what else is in here. Is it just our plastic? Yep, it's just our plastic. Soft plastic's the last one in here. And we got 4.6 inch Ned fries and oxblood. Never had this color before. Okay, so it's kind of like a peanut butter and jelly, basically. So you got your flat side, that's your bottom. It's got a healthy amount of ridges. It's a very responsive bait. So yeah, this would be a great bait to throw on a worm hook and fish as a Texas rig. Boop. Just like that. Come out the bottom. Slide it straight up, over. Pull it across. Find your spot. Go straight through the back. And Texpose it. Just like that. Bam. Texas rigged. Alright, let's throw this on that hybrid jig real quick. Which this, being a Ned Fry, it's not quite like a trickworm style bait, but it's not quite like a Cinco. It's that in between, that happy spot. Alright, let's see if I can get it started. That's that twist lock I was telling you about. Now with these twist locks, I like to go pretty far down on it. I'll go basically till you completely bury the twist lock itself. Like one more rotation. There we go. And you just bring it back, find your spot. Looks to be right about there. Take that big 5/0 hook, put it through, Texpose it, push it up, bam. So the other cool thing about the axle jigs is when the fish hits it, they bite it, whatever. So this pulls down out of the way, okay? You got the fish hooked, your bait's kind of free, pushes down on this, and then the head of it has all this room to move around, so the bass has a hard time using the weight of the jig against you. This is actually a pretty sweet setup. I like this a lot. I like this a lot. So yeah, that would be March. March? Yeah, March. The only thing that I might not be excited about getting in the sack would probably be... Actually, no, I'm not even really mad about any of this because I don't have this in a craw pattern. I don't have this in a craw pattern. I'm super excited that they finally came out with a smaller size jerkbait. And them saying that this is 2 to 5, I find that a little hard to believe. I think more realistically, this is probably 2 to 4, maybe even 3. But it is 1/2 ounce, so I'll experiment with it and see. This thing's insane colors. I almost wonder, we might not have gotten an exclusive color, but if we did, it's this. Because I don't think this candy color is a production color. And I'm really excited about the shad. Yeah. Exclusive color, or it's because we got a bait kind of early. Because I don't think the 97 is quite out yet. I know I haven't been able to see it in stores anywhere, but both these baits, these are the top ringers. Everything in this is pretty good. The axle jig, I would have liked to have maybe seen a craw. No, I'm actually pretty happy with this. I'm pretty happy with this, and I'm always happy about hooks because I don't have to buy hooks. I don't have to spend money on hooks. I'm not sitting here going, oh, Tackle Warehouse, give me an order for $300 for hooks. So, never hurts my feelings when I get hooks in my boxes. Now, if I got a box that was nothing but hooks, I'd be a little bit upset about that, but that's neither here nor there because I don't think 6 cents would do that. Fantastic hooks, great baits, but we're a lot of you guys are probably pre-spawn right now up here in the Northwest, depending on where you're at. You are, you aren't, you kind of are waiting for that day. Like it's gonna be tomorrow, it might be the next day, but we are right there. Especially with this being my first year in Idaho, I'm kind of kind of still trying to feel it out, because every day I feel like spawn's here, but then I go out and it's not quite here. They're still sitting offshore. They're still sitting down the ledges. It's not quite go time yet, and I am so excited for when we finally get back to fishing time, and that's not, you know, throwing a jig all day or cold water fishing. I cannot wait for the water to warm up. Like, I can't wait. It's kind of like the thing that I've been waiting for a little while now. Especially with a lot of the baits that I've been able to pick up over the fall and the winter that I haven't really got to use yet because water freezes over here. So we're getting close. We're getting very, very close. Every day we're flirting with it a little bit more and a little bit more, but we're getting there. All right, that's pretty much it for the show. Just guys, I know it's warming up out there. It's still kind of early in the year. So if your air temps and your water temps are less than 100 degrees combined, be careful out there, okay? Just be mindful of the water. I know it might be sunny and 70 out, but if your water temps are still like 40, like you're over 100, but you're still not out of the hypothermia area. Plus, if you jump into cold water or you fall into cold water, you get into shock. Just be careful out there, just for a little bit longer, like a couple more weeks before we can go crazy with it. All right, guys? All right. Take care, and I'll catch you next time.